Number 5. Torch or flashlight, whichever way you want to call them. So these can be used in many different ways. So if you're being attacked, you can shine it in their eyes. There's different size torches. I mean, you might not be carrying a big one, but if you are, you can hit them with it like a baton. In this situation, I carry a smaller one like in the photo. It's got a nice bright torch so you can shine it in their eyes and distort them, and it's also got the glass breaker on the front, so if you need to, you can hit them with it either in their eyes or their hands, even the face, just something to give you that split second that could make the difference from you getting away and potentially not getting away. Like I say, if you drive the front of the torch into the face, it is going to hurt. Into the back of the hand, if they've got hold of you, it is going to hurt. And 9 times out of 10 they're gonna let go, or you know, they're gonna run off, which is that's the best case. If you show that you're willing to fight back, hopefully that they'll be like, oh, you're not a victim, I need to get out of here. That'll be the best case. But just in case, you know, make sure if you are going to hit someone with it, hit them as hard as you can, and try and hit them right. I know adrenaline will probably take over, but if you can hit them in the eye, that's probably your best bet, because they're not going to be thinking about you right now, because they probably lost vision in their eye temporarily. So that'll give you the best opportunity to get away. One thing I will say about having one of these torches in the UK, I don't know what the laws are in America, but I know in the UK, if you carry anything with intent to harm, it could be a pencil, you can be arrested and have that taken off you. So if you ever are pulled over and they say, why are you carrying this? Just in case of emergencies, just in, you know, and it's at dark time, you know, never say you have had any intention to hurt someone with it, because realistically no one wants to just walk around with the intention to hurt somebody. But just make sure you word it properly, because you will have it taken off you for, you know, carrying it with the intent to hurt somebody. So just always state, you know, I'm carrying it just as a EDC situation, so if I need it in the night time, I've got it on me, I don't have to think about it, it's already in my bag or my pocket or wherever you carry it. Number 4, so we've got the Keychain Spike. This can be attached to your keys, your belt, wherever you want it, have it in your pocket, it don't matter. But this is a brilliant tool for especially getting someone off you. I believe it's been designed for that purpose, that it's not enough to, you know, maybe kill someone, but it's enough for the self-defense situation where if someone's got hold of you, you can jab it in the ribs, you can jab it in the face, you can jab it on the hands, and it should cause enough pain for that person just to let go of you for that split second. That's all that's needed to make sure you can run away and just keep running as fast as you can. You know, a lot of people don't like to carry knives or whatever. In the UK, you know, you're not allowed to carry a knife, so an option like this is brilliant. But again, it's another one where, especially in the UK, that you've got to have the right reason to carry it. Don't ever say, you know, I'm carrying it just in case someone attacks me so I can hurt them, because then, same principle as the torch, it will be taken away from you and you could potentially be arrested. So, you know, it's just a keychain. That's all it ever is. If anyone ever asks, a police officer ever asks you, it's just a keychain. That's all it is. Just a keychain. Nothing more, nothing less. You know the reason, they know the reason, but you've not actually stated that you intend to use it. Even in a self-defense situation, they will still take that off you because the intention is to hurt someone. That's the beginning and end. That's all they will see. They don't care about the reason why. The problem is that they will see it as you intend to hurt someone. But yeah, the keychain, you can break glass with it. I don't think it's the best at breaking glass, but you would be able to break glass with it if you needed. So yeah, I believe that this is a very good tool that you can carry around with you, just in case, you know, someone grabs hold of you, or, you know, you need to find your way out of a situation, you know, and you just keep it close guard just in case anyone does reach for you. Quick jab to back at hand, they're going to think twice about potentially going to grab you. Number 3, so we've got pepper spray. I believe that this is a fantastic product. Unfortunately, in my situation, we're not allowed it in the UK, but for anyone that's watching overseas or in other countries that are allowed it, brilliant. Something to have in your bag, something to have in your pocket, something that will just be enough of an irritant if you spray it in their eyes or the nose and it gets all in the sinuses, is enough to get away. Like I say, in the UK we're not allowed it, so there are other options. I'm not going to mention any, but there is some stuff that if you do spray at someone, it's going to cause them, you know, irritants enough for you to get away. Personally, I wouldn't want to carry this round, simply because, again, you can get done for the intention of hurting someone. But, you know, it is an option, especially for, you know, people that, you know, a bit more vulnerable. You know, they might not be, you know, strongest, or they might not be as confident. I'd say confidence the better word than strongest, because I don't believe that strength has anything really to do with it. Yes, it gives you an advantage, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win at all, because it's about knowing. Knowledge, I believe, is the best tool you can ever have, because the more you know, the more you can do, even in a self-defense situation, which we'll come to in a later point. But yeah, so if you are going to carry something like pepper spray or something very similar to pepper spray that's, you know, on your person, it's one of them. It's fantastic to get away, but that's about all its use is. You know, you spray it and you run. You don't try fight back. You don't try, you know, flip the table and try mugging them if they're coming to mug you. Just spray it and run is the best thing I can say. If they start chasing you down, you know, spray it again, and find someone that, you know, might be able to help you, or ring the police while you're running. If you leave your phone on, and they should be able to track your phone, especially all technology these days. You know, they'll be able to tell exactly where you are after so many seconds of being on the phone. I mean, the first thing you need to do is tell them, you know, what street you're on, where you're running, which direction you're going, and they'll get someone out there as quick as possible. But hopefully in this sort of situation, you'll spray them, and that'll be the end of it. You run one way, they'll go the other way, because they think, again, this person is not a victim. I'm just not going to bother tonight. I've had this stuff in my eyes. It hurts. It don't want to happen. You know, all they're going to want to do is get this stuff out of their eyes. And then, I know it sounds awful, but probably find another victim, which hopefully the second victim that they go to get, you know, kicks, I'm not going to say a swear word, but yeah, living daylights out of them, let's say that way, and leaves them in a worse state to maybe think about their life choices. Number 2, we've got the Swiss Army knife / multi-tool. The first thing I'm going to say about it, in the UK, always refer to it as a multi-tool, never a knife. Just for the principle of, we're not really allowed to carry knives in the UK. The biggest knife you are allowed to carry is a blade that's 3 inch or less, and a non-locking knife, which multi-tools do have, so you're perfectly legal. But if you refer to it as a knife, you might get some officers that are just funny and try and confiscate it from you. You should be able to get it back if they do confiscate it, you know, going through the procedures and the appeal process, because you're not technically carrying anything illegal. But if you refer to it as a multi-tool, straight away your intentions, it's a tool and not a knife to you. And that's the way some of them are going to look at it, unfortunately. So I always refer to it as a multi-tool. Anyway, to the point. This is a brilliant self-defense tool. It has many different things on it that you can use. So, you know, you've got your knives. Even a file, it's got a pointed end enough to just poke someone with to get them off you. The corkscrew, multiple different tools on this that can be used just to deter your opponent and get away. One thing I will say is, if you are going to get one of these, use it as much as possible so you know where things are. So in a panic, you don't have to think, ooh, which one's the knife, which one's this, which one's that. You've used it enough that you know where everything is, and it makes it easier for you and faster for you, because the split seconds of you getting this out and getting the correct tool out, you know, if you pull a nail file out, or you know, there's something that's got a point on it, that's going to go in your favour. As where, if you're in a panic and you pull a bottle opener out, it still could be used, but it's going to be less effective. So I would say, if you are going to get one, just use it as much as you can. Become very familiar with it. I carry one on my person at all times. If I ever leaving the house, it's in my bag or it's in my pocket, and that's it. 9 times out of 10 I have a multi-tool in my bag, whether it be the Swiss Army knife or one of my other multi-tools that I have. But like I said, just familiarise yourself with it, and it potentially could save your life, you know, even just a deterrent. But do be careful. If you are being mugged or anything like that, and you stab the person, which to be honest most people would, I know I would if they had a weapon to my throat like a knife or a machete, because people can go out and buy them anytime they want, as long as they're over 18, even though you're not allowed to carry them anywhere except private land. I definitely would just say, just be very careful, make sure your intentions are pure. Don't just go out and buy one to hurt someone that's not, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, just be careful. If you kill someone, there's a potential chance you're going down for manslaughter if you can't prove that it was self-defense. So just make sure you're very careful about what you do and where you use it or how you use it. That's all. So if it's not murder, it's manslaughter. But it's a self-defense tool in my mind. In this instance, to me, that's an everyday tool. But in this video, obviously, it's about self-defense. Number 1. This is a wide variety of options, but it all boils down to a self-defense type of class. So you've got many different types of classes on this one. So you've got your mixed martial arts, your kickboxing, your boxing, your jiu-jitsu, your karate. The list goes on. The choice is yours which one you want to do, but I believe that everybody should have some form of experience or training in these sort of classes, because they will give you the best chance of getting away from your opponents or taking down an opponent. Because the more you know what to do with your hands and feet and, you know, holds and pressure points and whatever else you're going to be taught throughout these classes, will give you the best odds. If someone comes up to you and you've got a knife and you know how to disarm them in the safest possible way for yourself, you are going to stand the best chance of maybe disarming this person or creating a situation where you have the opportunity to run away. You know, and I'm not saying go take on the world, because that's just a stupid idea. But if someone comes up to you with a weapon, give them what they want. And if you know if they're carrying on, their intention's more than just to mug you. You know, their intention might be to hurt you, and whatever else it might be. But if you have this knowledge of some form of discipline in the form of martial arts or boxing or kickboxing, whichever, you can sit someone on their ass and get away. They're going to feel like an idiot, for one, and two, you know, you've just potentially saved your own life. I do believe that some form of discipline in there, like I said, any of these forms is probably the best thing you can do, because if you can't get hold of any of the previous points we've just been over, what are you left with? You're left with your hands and your feet, right? And they need to be your best tools. So if you can use them in a way that benefits you, like I say, if you can disarm someone that's got a gun or a knife or a bat or whatever weapon they've got, if you see an opportunity to disarm them and you know how, you could flip the tables on you being the victim and them being arrested. Do you know what I mean? Or in some situations, people might just want to kick hell out of them. That'd be your choice. I'm not going to say which way. I think the best thing you can do is probably have them arrested if you can. But people are not always going to do that. You know, in a situation like that where adrenaline's high and the panic's up, you might not even realise what you've done till you've done it. You know, you might disarm this person and give them a good hiding, good kicking, whatever it may be, you know. Hopefully nothing too serious, but you never know. If they've got a knife to you, you might stab this person. If you disarm them, you might stab them with their own knife. Unintentionally to kill them, but as a panic. You know what I mean? It's a panic. Who knows what anyone can do when they're in that sort of state? If you were in a panic state, you know, it's fight or flight, you might stab this person without even realising what you've done until you calm down. But anyway, I'm going a little off topic here. But I do believe any sort of martial arts is the best thing you can do. Because the more you can do with your hands and feet, like I've said, the better odds you have of getting away from the situations that you're currently in. Whether they be, you know, armed situations or just a hand-to-hand combat situation. You know, the end goal is you want to look after yourself. No, you don't care what the opponent wants. You've got to look after yourself. You've got to make it home, and that's all you need to be thinking about. So, martial arts, boxing, anything that teaches you the correct manner and the correct discipline to help yourself in a self-defense situation. I'm not saying go get your black belt after 3-4 years and go around kicking hell out of people. That's not right. But if you have got any type of experience, your black belt, even your white belt, it's something knowledge-based could save your life over not knowing anything. You watch TV and you think, oh yes, I know how to do this. I'm going to disarm this person. But you have not the Scooby-Doo on what you're doing. You're going to hurt yourself. And it's as simple as that. You might get extremely lucky and not hurt yourself, but if you don't know how to disarm someone correctly, you're going to hurt yourself. So these sort of disciplines will teach you how to defend yourself and potentially how to disarm someone correctly without hurting yourself and potentially saving your life. So I'd have a think about it. Maybe try a couple of classes out. Like I say, a lot of classes, the first class is free. So you can try out, whether you like boxing, kickboxing, mixed martial arts, any type of different discipline that you like, try them out, see which one you like, and go. It's a very inexpensive thing for the long-term outcome, I believe. If you put X amount in per month to pay for these classes, it potentially could save your life. And what's your life worth to you? That's what you've got to ask yourself in a situation where you're going to be mugged or stabbed. These classes could potentially save your life. So that's the question you want to ask yourself if you're looking into any form of self-defense.